Alright, these are Masteries for the Jungle in Season 6. I'd like to thank Respawn Lol for his help here. I guess it's just Respawn now. It doesn't matter. Thanks for your help. He's a jungler, challenger, and stuff. Oh, good. There's like 3 builds I'll go over here. Oh yeah, and also if you want runes for these, they didn't really change that season, so that's why I'm only doing Masteries. But if you want runes, just request them and I might do them later. Otherwise, I'll just do them in the individual champion videos I make later. Uh, so first, I'll go over AP jungle, which is basically like an AP carry, and then you put 12 points where you want. Honestly, resolve is okay in the jungle as well, so cutting is okay. So is resolve. I'll go over both. There's also another situation for AP, but I'm not. I'll go over it a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. So first, ferocity. You want sorcery or fury's okay for clear time. So either is really fine. Fury's better for clear time. Sorcery's better for ganking and damage. Feast just better in the jungle. Double-edged sword might be okay. If natural talent or vampirism, both are okay. Natural talent's better for damage, and vampirism's better for sustain, so they're both good. Oppressor's good for ganking. If you have CC, like if you're Elise, you have the stun with your cocoon. If you're Eve, for example, you don't have much CC. You do have a slow if you have red buff, though, so like there is potential for that. So bounty hunter is okay either way. If you get a kill on everyone, on jungler you generally can get a kill on everyone pretty quick, so bounty hunter can go off pretty early. As for piercing, or if you're AP, you want piercing thoughts. And then finally, if you're AP, Deathfire Torch is better of the 3. As for the cunning tree, longer buffs, movement, although savagery can be useful in the jungle, so that's fine. Merciless is good in the jungle. If you decide to give blue buff to your mid laner, you can go meditation for the mana, and danger escape is just better for team fights. As for the resolve tree, you can go there. Like unyielding is fine, recovery is fine as well. Tough skin's really good as a jungler, although explorer can be considered good. Although it plus 12 is only half of the boot one, basically, I'm pretty sure. So it's not that great, and Tough Skin's good. And then Veterinary Scars is fine, and Perseverance and Insight are both good as well. So counting a resolve is fine. It's really up to you there. We'll go on to AD junglers in a second. I bluffed you there. There is potential for AP to go into cunning because Thunderlord's Decree is really good. Um, Fortunately, you don't have like as many AOE spells, so it might not be as good. But it adds to burst and it adds to AOE, so it is good. Um, it just it's a good right now. They might nerf it, so that's why I'm not going to go too in depth there. But moving on, we got AD junglers now. This is like Xin Zhao, Master Yi, and so on. So yeah, this is here. I switched it to Resolve to show the example. Again, you could go either one. It's really your preference. Is Perseverance or Insight are good. I'll go over that a little more in a bit. So we got attack speed for Fury. If you're like Master Yi or Xin Zhao again. If you're like an AD jungler that uses spells more often, sorcery could be okay. But Fury is still good in the jungle because of clear time reasons. As for Feast and Double-Edged Sword, it's really up to you. If you're melee, especially, Double-Edged Sword is really good, as because if you're like a pseudo assassin, then that's good. Feast is good for safety in the jungle though. So both are fine. Vampirism again, sustain versus damage, both are fine. Bounty Hunter versus Oppressor, both are fine. And then, of course, if you're AD, you want Battering Blows over Piercing Thoughts. And then here, Fervor for Battle This is the main thing here. If you're AD, you want fervor for battle because you attack with your auto attacks, so it gives you more damage. Um, that maybe you could go Warlord's Bloodlust based on your character, but fervor battle is generally better, especially if you're like Xin Zhao, Mastery. As for the resolve tree, I already went over cunning previously with AP, so take a look at that if you didn't, if you skipped. So we have unyielding. If you build tankiness, go that. If you don't build tankiness at all, then go recovery because unyielding will be useless. Explorer Tuscan, I went over that a bit earlier, but basically if you roam a lot, well, you're a jungler, you're going to roam a lot, so it's fine. But Tuscan's really good in the jungles because you're taking damage. It's good for sustained reasons. Veteran Scars is just better than Runic Armor, even if you have those generally. And then Perseverance or Insight's really good. The Insight's just crazy good because of Flash and Smite, although Perseverance really good in the jungle because, you can get below 20 health pretty easily in the jungle, so it can keep you in the jungle a little longer. So that's good too. Alright, and then finally, we have tanky jungle. So this is an entirely different direction. This is 18 into resolve, and then interesting 6 and 6 into ferocity. It's really up to you if you want to commit 12 into one of them. That's fine too. But generally, but this is just a show of things. So resolve. If you focus on resolve, this is tanky jungler. So armor and magic resist will be important. So unyielding is good. Tough skin is good. Survivability in the jungle. Veteran Scars. Survive is just better than Runic Armor in my opinion. Perseverance is good for sustained reasons in the jungle, although Insight is crazy good, as I mentioned before. Swiftness is good. Legendary Guardian is good too. Like it's good in team fights because that's like 15 armor and magic resist. But tenacity is really important as well, as you know. It's the reason why people go Merc Treads. And then finally, the end of Resolve Tree. It's interesting. They're all okay. Bond of Stone is probably the one you want to go. As for the Cunning Tree, you want Savagery. For you're in the jungle. Although Wanderer can be good as a jungler to get down the river for ganks and stuff. Runic Affinity, of course, you're a jungler for buffs. And then if you didn't want the ferocity tree, you can go merciless. Meditation can be okay if you don't get blue buff, but you should. I guess if you give your blue buff to your mid laner, then you want meditation, and then dangerous game. As for the ferocity tree, feast for sustain, fury for clear speed. If you want more damage, though, sorcery is fine too. And then if you're not going into cunning at all, then vampirism is fine for sustain, while natural talent is more damage, so generally want vampirism. And then these bounty hunter and oppressor is up to you. Oppressor is fine if you're a tank, because you do have CC in your kit, while bounty hunter is good if you can get kills. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave any comments, questions, or requests.